Sometimes things happen when you're a dragon witch, things that you just don't see coming. You know, a dragon witch is actually a very, very powerful witch. Very powerful. Because I didn't even know what my powers are capable of. The powers of a dragon witch, you can say, it's not a fantasy. It's very real. I've said this before, the story of my mom coming back to me. You know, she broke my heart in a million pieces back then, back in the day, years ago, when she went away with another guy, didn't care anymore for her children, and I had such a bond with her, and she broke it into a million pieces, and I was heartbroken very much. Years later, that when this happened, I came before this altar that you see before you, and I had the ceremony, such as a goodbye to my mom, because she doesn't want us anymore. And I believe something happened then. I think that a dragon god has seen this, has felt this, because I was very sincere when I had this. I made this ceremony, you can say, a ceremonial goodbye to my mom. But it was very, very sad. And later I heard now the stories, what she said. She said where she was under influence of alcohol and drugs. She was in a hospital. And what she's seen in this hospital in 2017 was amazing. But one of these stories kept with me. One of these stories that she said, she had a lot of stories. She even told me about the void, about Leviathan, that she's seen Leviathan, that she's seen her wolves, that she's seen, and hearing the screams inside of that hospital that actually wasn't true, and seeing all of these people that she knows, but these people were not there. And even my aunt could see them. It was so strange. My aunt was not under influence, but she could see all of these celebrities and all of these people they know. Even our local priest was there, so to say. That was strange. But my aunt and my mom went into an elevator for going upstairs. And then there was a guy in this elevator, and he was very concerned about her. He, the guy in the elevator, said to her, "How is it going? How has it been? How are you? How do you feel?" But of course, he doesn't know him, and my aunt thought that was very strange. My aunt is a very, very religious person, a Catholic. The reason why I became a Catholic was because of her. So, but this kept me busy. Who was that guy? And there was something inside of her story that, yeah, I kept it in my mind. I even wrote it in my book of Dragon Shadows, because that was such an event. I sent my mom into the void to change, to let her change. And I've never even wanted this. But that is what a dragon witch is. They do things and the dragon listens. And the dragon and even the dragon gods can change everything. Because I needed her when I'm here now. I needed her in my life for everything. So, this guy in this elevator, I believe that was not just an ordinary guy, even though she saw a lot of people in this hospital that was not really there. Even my aunt said it. But this guy in the elevator always asked these questions, always was very, very polite, very friendly. But then, of course, I had a dream, a vision about not that long ago, and I wrote in my book of Dragon Shadows. I believe I saw the same guy, but there was something different about him, something that my mom didn't say. The energy that was rising from him. It was just an ordinary guy with ordinary clothes, just there. But the guy disappeared. Once the elevator was opened, the guy disappeared. And that was, my aunt said, "Where is he? Where is he?" He was just gone. And in my dream, I came to notice and came to find out that this ordinary guy that was interested in her was actually Leviathan. And I said to her, if I felt this, if I went before this man, if I might have felt that, because I've been to the void more than once. I've been there, I felt Leviathan more than once. I even feel him every single day. How connected he is. He's a part of my dragon eye. And when he comes before me, he's a shapeshifter, you know. Leviathan is a shapeshifter, and Leviathan can come in a physical way to us. And then I came to find out that she has met, together alongside with my aunt, Leviathan, in a human form. Before them, when the elevator opened, he was gone. Because he knows that she was about to enter the void. And actually my tear in front of my dragon altar took care that I opened the gate for them, for her actually. But that was actually strange that he allowed her to go away. Of course, when you are not on the dragon's path, when you don't do things, it's actually, you have to know, my brothers and sisters, my path, my dragon's path, you can say it's very spiritual. Actually, you shouldn't be afraid of it, but I'm actually very much afraid of it. Because in the void, I felt all of these lost souls, so-called demons, but I felt so empty every time when I went into the void. But there was something next to me always, a serpent-like body, and that is what she said. She also could feel this serpent-like body, always going down, always in these caves, the caves of Leviathan, always biting her soul. I mean, not Leviathan, but wolves, demonic wolves. That was always biting her soul. It was not painful, but it was a horrible feeling, she said. And then he let her go away. And once she was going away, once she left the void, she was a totally different person. And she immediately went to me to be my mom again. That is, my brothers and sisters, that is how powerful the Dragon Witch can be. Of course, who believes this? Who believes it? That is the reason why I actually despise all of these religions, thinking that they know the truth. What I've been through inside of the void, what I could feel, the dragon's path is not a plaything. What you can see, what you can feel, what you can experience is amazing in a light way and in a dark way. Because you have to feel your draconic spirit, and your draconic spirit connects with the dragon gods. One of these dragon gods is being called Leviathan. Of course, a lot of people disagree with me, saying that no, he's just the king of hell. Well, actually not that far away. The void is a hellish place. The void reflects your own darkness. And of course, how she went away from the void was because Leviathan allowed her to reflect her own light. And that light was to take care of her children. Of course, when I say these things, of course, she said, why don't you say all of these things? If you've seen Leviathan, if you had all of these experiences, who will believe me? That is my question to her. Who will believe me? If you don't see it, you don't believe it. Of course, all of these religions say, I know the truth, but yeah, if the majority says, I know the truth, then it must be true. No. People have no idea, and that is the reason why I fear death so much. I fear it for every living thing on this world. I smell death, I could feel death, and that is the reason, because dragons are spirits of death. They are travelers, and that is also what lives inside of us. We can feel and experience death because we are a part of death. And because we can see, we can experience. And I experience a lot of darkness inside of my dragon's path, that I even could not sleep anymore, afraid of what I'm going to see in this place of lost souls. But actually, I'm a bit jealous, to be very honest. I've seen Leviathan in visions and dreams, but she has seen him in a human way, right before her, together alongside with my aunt, that was very Christian, very Catholic, and that she doesn't even realize who was before her, who was standing before her. And I am so grateful for Leviathan, for bringing my mother back in my life, because I really needed her in my life for more things than one. She's a help for me very much after this happened. Leviathan is very much real, and Leviathan will stand by the side. Of course, he can be so strict. He can be so amazingly strict. He can be so dark. He can be so everything that is so difficult about the dragon's path. But once you need him, once you could use his aid, he will be there for you. He's not the devil like Christians claim. He's not a demon. He's not the king of hell. Of course, he's a ruler of the void. He's a ruler of it, but he's also the guardian of every light, the guardian of every star, the guardian of every dimension, the guardian of everything that is alive. And that is why he wants us to let us feel death. I feel death so much that I'm afraid for everything that dies, including myself. Of course, every spiritual person says, I don't fear death because I know it's going to be great. Do you now? Do you now? You just need to get lost, and that is it. That is your eternal place. Of course, I count on my dragon to show us the way, to show me the way, so that we can find the dragon realms and that we can go in, that we are allowed to go there, that we will be born again as a dragon. Completely new life, in a long lifespan, in the dragon realms. My mother has seen Leviathan. I'm sure of it. I'm actually sure of it. The more that I think about it, the more that I had this vision about this guy. This was not an ordinary guy. Even my aunt said, where did he go? The elevators went open and he was gone. And later on she has seen him again, how he really is, with his serpent body. So yeah, my brothers and sisters, a dragon witch can be a very, very powerful witch. Our powers to open up gates, to be with the dragon, and to explore all of these realms, all of these paranormal activities that comes our way, is because we open gates, because we allow our dragon in. It opens gates, but it also opens gates to a lot of events that will happen inside of your life.